Welcome back, friends. In previous video we discussed about monosaccharides, and before going to discuss about disaccharides, let's discuss first about the aldoses and ketones. So what are the aldoses and ketoses? In monosaccharides, all carbon atoms except one have a hydroxyl group attached. So the remaining carbon atom is either part of an aldehyde group, in which the case the monosaccharides is called an aldose or aldose sugar, or the part of a keto group when it is called a ketose or a keto sugar. Thus all monosaccharides, they are either aldehydes or ketone. Now the two simplest monosaccharides are triose, which are composed of 3 carbons, which are glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyl acetone. Now glyceraldehyde is an aldehyde, has an aldehyde group, and dihydroxyl acetone has a keto group. So in general, aldoses such as ribose and glucose are more common than ketones such as ribose and fructose. So these are sometimes called as carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds. So we have two categories of carbonyl compounds, which are aldehyde and then we have ketones. What differs here is simply the arrangement of carbon atoms. So in order for a compound to be called as a carbonyl compound, it should have carbon, then carbon with 2 bonds, then it is bonded to. This is called as carbonyl group. So here, for example, in aldehydes, this carbon bonded to oxygen has hydrogen, meaning that this is the terminal carbon. But in ketone, the carbon bonded to oxygen has another carbon this side and has another carbon. So drawing like this means there is carbon. So as you can see here in these two sugars, as you can see, glyceraldehyde has an aldehyde group, carbon, oxygen, then hydrogen, meaning that this is terminal carbon. While in ketone we have carbon, oxygen, then carbon, means this is the central. The carbonyl group is located in the center carbon. And so simply we normally write aldehyde as R, then C, double O, H. R meaning alkyl group. This is an aldehyde. And we normally write ketone as R, C, double oxygen, R, meaning that this is an alkyl and this is alkyl group. These are alkyl groups. So this is the ketone. So the reactivity also of these groups differs. Aldehyde is more reducing as compared to ketone, but all of these, they are reducing groups. So monosaccharides, they have aldehyde and ketone. They have aldehyde group and keto group as reducing groups. In some of the disaccharides, when the two monosaccharides they combine, aldehyde or keto groups from both sugars, they are used in bond formation. And if they are used in bond formation, then what will happen? There will be no reducing group. If there is no reducing group, then the sugar is called non-reducing sugar. So we shall see later on the explanation what is non-reducing and what is non-reducing, what is reducing and what is non-reducing sugar. So the properties of glucose and fructose differs because their structural arrangement and the fact that they contain different carbon group. Glucose and fructose, because fructose is a ketone, while glucose is an aldehyde. Glucose has an aldehyde group and is referred to as aldose, while fructose has a ketone group and is referred to as ketose. Other aldose sugar are glyceraldehyde, ribose, and galactose, while other ketones include dihydroxyl acetone and ribulose. So you may claim this. Sometimes teacher they may ask you with examples. A suitable monosaccharide to study in more detail is glucose. The most common monosaccharide, it is hexose and therefore has the formula C6H12 and O6. So the monosaccharides which we should know more is glucose. Now there are a few points to note here. Despite the relative small difference in structure between the alpha and the beta glucose, there are important consequences. Later we shall see that alpha glucose is used to make polysaccharide called starch and beta glucose the polysaccharide called cellulose. And these molecules, they differ in properties and even in their functions. So you may see that the difference between alpha and beta glucose is very small, but that small difference makes large difference in their combination. The second point to note, however, you should refrain from the notation that all sweet things are sugars. Vitu vingi vitamu ni sukari, lakini sio vyote. Vitu vingi vitamu ni sukari, lakini sio vyote. Kwa mfano, kuna hii protein, saccharin, and some proteins such as aspartame. Aspartame are known to be several hundred times sweeter than sugar. Yani zenyewe ni tamu mara 100 kwa sukari na zinatumika katika kutengenezea sukari. Lakini point ya tatu ni kwamba open chain form can be straight, but because of the bond angles between carbon atoms, it is possible for the sugar with 5 and 6 carbon atom to bend and to form stable ring structure. So carbon sugars ambazo zenyewe ni zinakoza na carbon atom kuanzia 5, 6 huwa zinatengeneza ring structure. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu ya bond angles between carbon atoms. For example, hapa in hexose sugar like glucose, the first carbon atom combine with the oxygen atom on carbon number 5 to give a 6-membered ring, while in pentose, the first combine with oxygen atom on carbon number 4 to give a 5-membered ring. So next video we shall discuss about disaccharides. Just stay with me, subscribe my channel, and stay tuned. Share the link to your fellows so they can access these videos for free. Thank you.